Can you provide a definition for the word woman?
Can I provide a definition?
Mm-hmm.
No,
Yeah.
I can't.
You can't?
Not in
Okay.
this context.
So you
I'm not a
believe the meaning
biologist.
of
Guys, this is how it works, man. This is how it works. It's always going to be an agenda. It's always going to be an agenda. It's always going to be a war going on behind the scenes. And currently, women are in a civil war amongst themselves. Guys, I was scrolling on Facebook not too long ago, and I realized that a lot of women are standing up like, yo, people like Leah Thomas, the trans people, like, I get that they want to be a woman, and I find it, okay for them to, act like a woman, dress like a woman. But the fact that the people of that community are trying to actually be women now, and they're trying to actually take opportunity from actual women now, I'm starting to see women push back.
we are hearing about. Just last week, an entire generation of young girls watched as our taxpayer-funded institutions permitted a biological man to compete and beat a biological woman in the NCAA swimming championships. What message do you think this sends to girls who aspire to compete and win in sports at the highest levels?
Senator, I'm not sure what message that sends. If you're asking me about the legal issues related to it, those are topics that are being hotly discussed, as you say, and could come to the court. So I'm not able to.
I think it tells our girls that their voices don't matter. I think it tells them that they're second-class citizens.
And guys, this is hilarious. Guys, hold the line. Hold the line. Let them fight this out, because we tried to stop this way back in the day. We was like, hey, maybe they shouldn't be going to y'all's bathrooms. What they call us? Misogynistic. We was like, hey, maybe, we should make a separate athletic platform for those type of people, the trans community, whatever. They can have their own basketball team. They can have their own swim teams. They can have their own soccer teams. Women said, no, bring them on in, bring them on in, bring them on in. We're inclusive. We're inclusive. Bring them on in. You're hyper masculine. That's what they would tell us. Well, the women wanted it bad, and the barbarian is at the gate now. Woman of the Year was not a woman this year. Leah Thomas is the swimming champ. Guys, they did this to themselves. Now, just like throughout history, when the barbarians are at the gate, they look to men to fix the problem. Guys, don't do nothing. Don't do anything. All right? Let them fight it out amongst themselves. So this Supreme Court justice right here, she refused to define what a woman was. First of all, shout out to the Black sister. Hey, I really, I'm happy to see her in there. This is no way to bash her at all. But it is to show that when this happens, that means it's a lot of stuff about to go down the pipe in this direction. So the first thing she does is not define what a woman is. That shows where she's going to lean. So, for example, a lot of these trans people are going to want to have a say in the womanist movement. They're going to want to have a say so in things that have to do with women. And this Supreme Court justice is just showing that, hey, I'm including trans in the woman definition, essentially. By her not answering this, she is basically saying, I'm siding with the left-wing media on this topic, which that's who got her in. And if you know women are very agreeable You tell them, hey, you do this for me, you scratch my back, I scratch your back. They'll do it. Men, we tend to a lot of times stand on principle a little more, but essentially this justice right here is for the trans and for the LGBT, all that.
Can you provide a definition for the word woman?
Can I provide a definition? No,
Yeah,
I can't.
you can't?
Not in
Okay.
this context.
So
People don't even know what a woman is now. Guys, how are y'all gonna fight for women's rights if y'all can't even get it together of what a woman really is? Please, women, please explain to me. How are y'all supposed to win the battle for women's rights if y'all can't even come together and define what a woman is? I'm just saying, dude, guys, hold the line. It's all shattering. And the thing is, this is not all women. See, she's speaking, in my opinion, from what I've seen, she's speaking for maybe 30% of women who are on that bandwagon of allowing the barbarians at the gate to come into the castle of womanism. Okay. But there's a lot of women that's like, no. There's a lot of women that's like, hey, I ain't with it. Especially, well, I'm in the South, so I can only speak for the Southern, demographic. Maybe in LA, they're a lot more inclusive, but a lot of women are like, nah. And the thing is, most women that are like, nah, are from the Black community. Guys, I'm telling you, we are the last safe haven. We are the last safe haven for actual men and women. For all the problems we have, guys, we are the most conservative people in America. The reason that we vote Democratic is because of the extreme Republicans that are racist, and we just can't deal with that. But if literally the Democrats don't give us what we want, the Republicans don't give us what we want, we literally don't really need to vote for neither party. I'm just being honest. Neither side actually gives us what we want. All right. So we are really the last safe haven. So don't let this Ketanji Brown fool y'all. Most Black women are not for this. Most Black women are not for this. We vote Democratic, but we're not progressive as a whole in the Black community. Now, is that good or bad? It just depends on what you see as good or bad. I would think a LGBT person would have a harder time in the hood than he would, in a lot of different other communities. Now, are there super conservative whites? Yes, but they've been, the system has beat them down for their views. So they're kind of lukewarm. I'm telling you right now, man, I ain't never, if you're Leah Thomas and you come to the hood, they're going to be like, what the, bruh, it ain't going to be a good time. Man, look, it don't go down with us. That's what I'm saying, guys. We need to make the Democrats start fighting for our vote. We got to make the Democrats start fighting for our vote, guys. I mean, we are literally against most of their policies as a whole. The only reason we really side with them is for the stimulus checks, maybe. I mean, even that Trump gave us that. The only reason we side for them is because, we don't like the supporters of the Republican Party. Like, we just don't like the yee types. So we just say, hey, forget it. You know what I mean? And a lot of times I wonder, like, if the Republican Party ever offered us something that was worthwhile, if they actually included us, bruh, I think we would switch over in a heartbeat. I don't think many of y'all support this. And I don't know, I could be wrong, but I don't see much support of this and the city I'm in is mostly Black. I don't see much support for any of it. I don't see much support for anything that the Democratic Party is trying to pass through. So I could be wrong, but let's rewatch that.
Definition for the word woman.
Can I provide a definition? No,
Yeah,
I can't.
you can't?
Not in
Okay.
this context.
So you
I'm not a
believe the
biologist.
meaning of the word woman is so unclear and controversial that you can't give me a definition?
Senator, in my work as a judge, what I do is I address disputes. If there's a dispute about a definition, people make arguments, and I look at the.
It's about to get ugly, fellas. It's about to get ugly. Just remember, hold the line. Let women fight this out amongst themselves. Women, do not take accountability for anything. Make them take accountability for these fake women or whatever you want to call them that have infiltrated their group. All right. And I see a lot of lawsuits down the pipe. I mean, look at these swimmers that Leah Thomas took their spots.